Yo, what's good? Hope y'all enjoyed the video and the gameplay. Now, before getting to the setting, I just want to say thank you guys for 2,000 subscribers. We're growing pretty fast, and I'm trying to start grinding again and getting better every video. And yeah, if you're new here, first time hearing my voice, make sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment if you even hear this. Comment something nice, comment whatever you think, comment what else, cause like I see people be needing help with Gamesir controllers, cause you guys still be commenting on my old Gamesir setting videos. So I'm here to answer those and give you guys a little. I'm gonna try going a little more in depth to the controller, cause I know some people are still getting him. And just to let you guys know right now, I only have the Gamesir G7 Pro. I don't have the Cyclone. I don't have the other Gamesir. I only have the Gamesir G7 Pro. So if you do not have that controller, I don't know how I can help you with your problems, but I can help anyone who has a G7 Pro and what problems you might have. So I'm gonna go over that too. And yeah, let's get into it. First off, you guys see my D-pad. It's binded to my left paddle, which is binded to my edit bind. Cause I use left paddle to edit, and jump is binded to right paddle. I use A to jump. Well, I don't use A to jump. I use right paddle to jump, but it's binded to A. And everything else pretty much normal. B is my build, Y, pickaxe. Sometimes I play claw with but yeah, sometimes I play claw with that, and sometimes I don't. It depends. But yeah, basically I just run everything regular. You know, what's the stick? Left stick, run, sprint. Everything else is normal. You know, boom, boom. Move on to the sticks. Initial 0, 100. I haven't really changed anything else in here. Everything's pretty much the same. Curve. I don't know what curve this is, but it's the regular curve. Circle. I don't use raw. I used to use raw on my old games here, but for the G7 Pro, I just feel like raw isn't as good. And joystick resolution bit. Put this at max. Right stick 0, 100. 0, 100. Same curve, circle, and 12 again. Yes. And pretty much everything's still the same. 5 and 95 left trigger. Everything, no hair trigger mode on this one. Right trigger, I have hair trigger. Not hair trigger. Why? I have a setting and hair trigger. Adaptive mode. I feel like feels kind of better. Initial is 10, max is 90. Again, anti, dead zone, initial 0, max 100. Now for vibration, high valve is turned off. Because personally, this is like for personal preference. So if you like vibration, you can test this out, but I wouldn't really recommend it. Messes with your aim. But yeah, going into like the problems that people may have with the Gamesir G7 Pro, the problems I've seen with it, it may maybe if your dead zone's too low or something, it may start to drift a little bit. But don't be scared if it drifts or like stuff like that, because you can always just get rid of the drift. That's what I like about the games here. First off, you can see if your controller needs to update, and I'm already updated. So make sure you update your controller. It may pop up when you open the app sometimes or stuff like that. But yeah, just make sure you update your controller. This is how you reset your controller to default. I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to mess up all my settings. But if you want to just reset your controller, also the button test. This is how you get rid of your stick drift, or like if your controller feels weird, if your triggers feel weird, you would just calibrate it like so. Like whatever calibration you would want. Trigger calibrations, obviously, just for triggers. Like if your triggers are feeling delayed or something, you would trigger calibrate, and make sure when you calibrate them, you turn your trigger stoppers off. Cause I feel like I felt a difference. Like when you have them on and you do a trigger calibration, it doesn't really. I don't think it works. So make sure you turn your trigger stoppers off. For stick calibration, this is if you're having any sort of drift or anything, and this really helps because, bro, I've dropped this controller a lot of times and it still functions. Like, if it starts to drift, all I do is go into stick calibration, and you rotate your joysticks around, and then you're done basically. Motion is for like all around, and it like takes your controller back to how it was before you like calibrated your last calibration. Like basically this is trigger, stick, and everything else from your controller. Like that's motion calibration. It just like recalibrates everything. Okay. Alright, I'll actually do a motion calibration for you guys because my controller has been acting up a little bit. See, it says place your controller on a flat surface, so like on your desk or maybe the floor if you don't have a desk. And just wait. Do not touch it. Just listen to what it says, basically, and it'll help you out. Boom, and that's all. And your controller should feel normal again. And yeah, that's pretty much all for the Gamesir settings. And I'm about to head over to the Fortnite settings. So yeah. Also, let me see if there's anything else I'm forgetting. Any other problems with the Gamesir I've heard? I've heard people feel like delay with the Gamesir, or like when they first like people that first get it. When you first get it, make sure you like actually try to tweak your settings, because if you just go into straight playing, it's gonna feel horrible, and like you might feel drift. I've heard people complain about that, like they felt drift like first day. That's because you didn't change any of your settings. So like you guys can use some of my settings, cause my shit was all default, but now I found some settings and these feel the best to me. So yeah, if your controller's feeling off, or if you just got your controller, just copy my settings if needed. Like just to test them out. If you need to change anything, change. Cause I needed to change a lot of stuff on mine. Like, but I feel like mine's good now. But just tweak around, find different settings, watch different videos, and that should help out. Do the calibrations if your controller drifts, etc. If there's any problems, if like sometimes it does randomly disconnect, but that just means you need a motion calibration, which is why I just did that. Cause sometimes it just randomly disconnects, or just maybe the USB cord isn't that good, but I don't know. For the people using the dongle, like the wireless, I don't know how it works for you guys. Cause wireless with more delay, that's why I use wired. Wired is just better if you guys didn't know. Especially on PC or Xbox, wired controller would be the best option, less delay. But yeah, we're about to head over to the Fortnite settings and let's go. Alright, and we are back. Now get into the Fortnite settings. This is for console and PC. Well, kind of for only console, because that's what I'm on right now. But make sure you guys want to make sure you have 120 FPS mode enabled, because this definitely does improve your gameplay and just overall make sure your game's smoother. Brightness, self preference again, depends on your monitor or TV. For me, my monitor brightness is already kind of up, so I turn my brightness to 140 just so I can see the storm, stuff like that. I don't use user interface, no colorblind modes. I used to use colorblind, but I stopped liking it after a while. Set as a safe zone. That's just how like how big your screen looks, or like how wide. Motion blur, I have that off. That's mostly like what PC players use, or if you just want your game to look. I don't know, man. I don't really know what motion blur's for. Okay, show FPS, I have that on because I just like to see. Okay, this is my audio. Again, preference. Because my headset isn't that great, so I just try to have like max volume. Main 100, gameplay 100, voice chat 50. Okay, here's another zero delay thing. Turn all these music things off because they do give delay, and the music is kind of annoying to me. So I just turn off the zero, dialogue zero, because that doesn't matter. That's just for like if there's an event and like the characters are talking. Sound, 3D headphones off. Hit markers legacies. And this is subtitle. This is also how to get lower delay. So in subtitles off, extra small, white, none, background, opacity, turn it to clear. This is how to, get less delay. It's gonna be better, trust me. Okay, now jam tracks off. I don't know what this is. I just have it on bar. Communication, preference. Okay, I do play East, but I can't play Central. I run around the same ping. Toggle sprint on. All of this is basically regular. Mantle hold jump, press jump. ADS while held. Mark danger when ADS on. Auto pickup off. Honestly, if you're on keyboard, or if you just want to have like good auto pickup, you do want to have this on. But personally, me, I don't really care for that. Stop fire buttons for pumping up. I don't really know what this is, so you can have it disabled or enabled. And here's my preferred item slots. Shotgun, SMG, unassigned, consumable to the right, basically, obviously. That's just easier for me. Auto sort, consumables to the right. Simple build off, I don't use any of that. I use reset building choice though. Turbo building on, obviously. Simple edit off. I disabled my pre-edits. And I have this is how you get like fast edits and shit. Cause I don't have a confirm button, so I just use auto confirm edits and reset and all that. Took those tips off. This is like really pointless unless you're new to the game and you do like reading the tips. This is like on your loading screen. Extra game options. I have this off to build in creative. Low latency. If you're on 60 frames, enable this. Like if you don't have a 120 hertz monitor or anything, enable low input because it really helps. Trust me. Type to search. Obviously, you need this to open chest. And this doesn't. I just keep this on default. Replays, all this off. This is all the zero delay stuff. Turn replays, record replays, especially if you're on console. If you're on PC, it won't really matter. But if you're on console, it really will impact your game. Energy saving, never. Festival, all of this is off, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what these other things are. Okay. Game UI. You guys can just copy all this. I don't play keyboard. Okay, my controller settings now. I haven't really changed anything since last time. Okay, Builder Pro on. Okay, all of this is off except from Builder Pro. Builder Pro is on, edit hold time 0. You want to have everything right here to 0 because if you have your edit hold time up, it's gonna like make extra time for you to actually grab the edit or even try to edit. So make sure it's at 0.1 or like as low as it can go at least. Slide hold time 150. This is just easier when I'm sliding around. It's really preference. Pitch, I feel like I'm better on pitch. I tried both, but pitch has just been better. Vibration feature off, quick weapon, custom only. Toggle behavior, Satsu, instant toggle off. Button group both. 7-7. This is if you don't use non-advanced, but I use advanced, so this doesn't really matter to me. This is what matters. Okay, I use 2.1 build mode, 2.4 edit, first person 1.0. Now advanced, I haven't really changed anything, so you guys can just copy this along. 46, 14. And scope multiply doesn't matter. I don't really use scope guns like that. Precision aim assist, make sure your aim assist is to the max. Look aim time 0, and if you guys do not have stick drift, you guys can put your dead zone as low as you want. Just test out different dead zones, honestly. I feel like testing out different dead zones could really help a lot of people. But for me, like lower dead zone for me makes me play better. Higher dead zones, like if you're running a dead zone that's like 20 because you have stick drift, honestly just get a new controller. Cause if you're running 20 dead zone, bro, you're gonna be stiff, and that's not good. But yeah, that's it for the controller settings. I have my binds. If you guys just wanted to see like my actual binds, as you guys know, A is binded to right paddle, and everything else is pretty much normal. Place marker, left B D-pad. Reload is X. I don't know what's not showing. Builder mode's B. Sprints is left stick, and everything else is normal basically. So you guys can just copy all of this if you need it. Cause I do play paddles and kind of claw, so. But I just don't have like real claw blinds. I just like play with a claw grip while playing with paddles. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and that's gonna be out. That's gonna be all, I mean. And yeah, it's V. I'm out. Once again, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. If this helped you, comment thanks V, comment something nice. I don't know. But yeah, I'm trying to get used to talking in my videos for y'all. Cause I notice the videos where I do talk, like, it gets more views. You feel me? So if this is what you guys would like prefer me to talk when I'm doing my settings or stuff like that, just let me know, and maybe I can set something up for y'all. But yeah, road to 3K. Hope you guys enjoy it. Like, subscribe, comment. I love y'all. Thank y'all for the support. And yeah, V out.